What up, Laker Nation? You're here with your host Kareem. How you guys doing? It's been a while. I miss you guys, but I'm back. I want to start off this video. It was an article came out. It says the Laker hierarchy based on the impact with the team. The impact with the team, right? So Shaq took exception to it because they had like a tier. It had tier 1 through 6. So I'm gonna break it down from 1 through 6. Who the players who was on there. Tier 6 was Michael Thompson, Bob McAdoo, Norm Nixon, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel. I don't know who this guy is. AC Green, Rick Fox, and Vlade Divac. That's tier 6. Tier 5 was Jamal Wilkes, Derek Fisher, Anthony Davis, Robert Horry, and Byron Scott. Tier 4 was Gail Goodrich, George Mikan, Paul Gasol, and Michael Cooper. Tier 3 is Wilt Chamberlain, James Worthy, Elgin Baylor. Tier 2 is Shaq, LeBron, Jerry West. Tier 1 is Magic, Kareem, and Kobe. And Shaq is pissed off for 2 reasons. One, he feel how he's on I'm assuming number 2, but the article said he feels slighted because LeBron, his impact the same as LeBron impact. LeBron on the same level. So I don't know if he feel he should be 1 or LeBron shouldn't be on that tier. But that's basically what the article's saying, and he said hell no, he don't agree, whatever. And the second thing that he feels slighted about, Jeanie Buss, when she was on All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and they said top 5 all-time Lakers, and she put LeBron in there, and then she didn't put Shaq. First, I'm gonna speak on the article, and then I'm gonna get into Jeanie Buss. The article, I'm pissed off with the article. For one, LeBron been there 3 years. The first year, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs. The second year, they won a championship. And this year right here remained to be seen. And right now, we at 6th place and possible playing game. But as far as the article, I just think it's a shame. And what these people doing, they showing that they do not know about basketball. I just think the Lakers has so much a rich history. You cannot put LeBron just for one title on the same level as Shaquille O'Neal. James Worthy won 3 titles with the Lakers, and James Worthy was MVP. Regardless if he was the best player on the Lakers, but in that playoffs, when he won the MVP, he was the best Laker. He played better than Kareem and Magic. So he won 3 with the Lakers. Always stepped up. Big game James. Y'all had him at number 3. So looking at this article, it's not based on titles. Because in the article they said Magic, Kareem, and Kobe won 5 titles. But the impact, regardless of impact, you cannot say LeBron, AD had better numbers than LeBron across the board last year. AD was a major impact, and LeBron played with a top 5 NBA player. So it's not like he had a bum team and he carried them and it was so overwhelming. It was a bubble. Don't get me wrong. I definitely appreciate the title. It's a legit title. But at the end, it was a bubble. And then you play who's in front of you. So they didn't play the Clippers. Even though I still feel the Lakers could beat the Clippers and still would have beat them. But it's still a different circumstance. Yeah, they won the title. And I never take that away from them. You know what I'm saying? But looking at it, if you want to break down everything to the T, to have LeBron, I just think at the Lakers' rich history, To me, I'd probably put Impact, LeBron, Impact, I'd put him 3 and put James Worthy tier 2. And to me, I could easily put Shaq tier 1. All the time you can't put titles. The Lakers won 3 titles. Shaq dominated and got MVP all 3 titles. And the other year the Lakers in the championship, when we lost to the Pistons, Shaq was dominant. Kobe was off. And the rest of the team was off, but Kobe was off. Kobe ain't played well at all. Shaq was dominant. He killed the Pistons in that finals. So you want to say impact? Shaq had that 8 years Shaq been there. He was dominant from beginning to the end. Dominant, unstoppable, top 5 player in the top 3 players in the NBA the whole 8 years. And I just think that's a slap in the face for this article. Whoever wrote it had him. To me, I'd put him at the same level as Kobe and Magic and Kareem. If he's too okay, cool. But there's no way LeBron had the same impact Shaq had. LeBron only played, let's just say, he only played, it's this year not even complete. It'd be 3 years. The Lakers has a rich history. He's not talking about no Cleveland or no Indiana Pacers. This is the Lakers. This ain't no bubblegum type of list here. This is some all-time greats. And I think to even have LeBron there, he only won 1 title. In the first year he did nothing. He got hurt. And this year he's been all right, but he's been hurt most of the time. So last year, okay, he played good. He played good this year. I'm not saying he played good, but it's still an incomplete year to have him the all-time great Lakers at 3 with only 3 years on the team. Like, his impact ain't that strong. Like, they need to stop. And I really want to get to the Jeanie Buss thing. The article, I'm pretty much 100% sure. I'm gonna say 99% sure. Shaq more slighted by Jeanie Buss than this article, because people write all type of nonsense. But Jeanie Buss, how can you disrespect Shaq like that? How can you not? Like, y'all really sucking LeBron too much. Like, what? Like, come on, don't do that. You dead wrong. Shaq, come on, how can you even compare? And how can you even put him up front of Shaq? What Shaq did for you? Shaq was dominant. Not even close. For 8 straight years he been on the Lakers. Y'all went to the finals 4 times. And not to have him up there. My thing with Jeanie, like I said, 2 things you should have did. One, you can even put Shaq on there. I wouldn't even put LeBron. Lakers history so deep. You could have sat there and said, and I don't think, to be honest, I don't think LeBron would have felt any kind of way. LeBron, no basketball, he's a smart guy. And he understand. If they would have took him out and put Shaq in, I don't think LeBron would have felt slighted any kind of way with the Lakers with Jeanie Buss. Come on. Shaq, when you look at Shaq, you look at the Lakers. You think of Lakers. Shaq is a Laker. Even though he played on all these other teams, but when you think of Shaq, he's a Laker. He went in Hall of Fame as a Laker. LeBron not going to the Hall of Fame as a Laker. LeBron going to the Hall of Fame as a Cavs. He already said he when he go to Hall of Fame, he going to be in Cleveland. When you think of Cleveland, you think of LeBron. That's LeBron team. So I just think you basically taking another guy from another franchise over your guy. Even though Shaq didn't get drafted by the Lakers and start his career at the Lakers, but Shaq is a Laker. That's still like one of your guys. You don't think of Shaq Orlando or Miami. You think Lakers. Everybody do. They classify him as a Laker. He's a Laker. And Bron is a Cavalier. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, LeBron ain't going under getting Hall of Fame. He ain't going in Hall of Fame under the Lakers. He's going under the Cavs. And I think Jeanie Buss, I just think you very disrespectful right there. Shaq been good, dominant. Like, come on. Even if you ain't put him, my thing, you've been better off saying you can't answer that. Matt Barnes never understood that. You just sat there and said, sometimes it's better not to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff you couldn't speak on about the NBA. Some things I would have sat there and said, the history is so deep, Matt. I'm sorry, I can't give you that. I can't, because I don't want to leave nobody out. We had too many great players, and then impact. There's an impact the Lakers organization. Jerry West definitely had a major impact after he left with the front office. I don't know if they just said as a player, but Jerry West as a player was dominant for like 15, 16 years with the Lakers. Even though he won one title, but he is the Laker. He was dominant. And he put many years. So now the years don't count. LeBron, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing LeBron. So Jerry West had a dominant full career. So you think what LeBron did in that 3 years equal up what he done? And what James Worthy did for the Lakers, 3 titles, and like I said, he won MVP, the same as LeBron. He won more as a Laker than Bron. Of course, because he been more time than, but still, don't do that. I think Bron proper place. If they would have put 3, I don't think they would have been wrong at all. He been there a short period of time. So, Jeanie Buss, you very disrespectful for that. And if I'm Shaq, sometimes people feel they don't want to be, feel petty and stuff like that. But I stepped up. I'd be like, yo, come on, man. I built the Staples Center. End of the day, I was more of a dominant player than what Kobe was. Like, come on, don't do that. Y'all nowhere in the world we'd have won them titles without me. Like, come on, don't do that. It's not like Kobe's the best player on that team or whatever, but come on, don't do that. I don't like the disrespect. He has every right, and I will, if I was Shaq, I will go on TNT the next day and I will bring it up. Sometimes it's like people always go, the political correct thing to do and this, that, and the third, take the high road. If I'm Shaq, the next time MVP, I'd have been like, yo, I call Jeanie Buss out on it. I understand he your play on your franchise now. I don't know if y'all trying to kiss his ass for him to sign or nothing, but there's no way in the world you can sit there and say his impact for 3 years the same level I had for 8 years. You can't. Disrespect Jeanie Buss. I'm going to end this video because I'm getting pissed off and it's really turning me off because I already know that there's a lot of ass kissing with the Lakers with Pelinka and Coach Vogel. Like, they is playing real. I understand the politics on that, but come on, don't do that. Like I said, it's not a slight against Bron, but come on. I'm a Laker. I've been Laker for years. I've been a diehard Laker fan for years. All them guys on that list, I watch and I could break down anything I seen personally. Not go back and look at no highlights. And the history and these guys, I seen the playoff wars. Blood, sweat, and tears for years. And you may tell me a man, like I said, 1-1, missed the playoff 1 year, make it, and now, like I said, it's still not even a complete year this year. Like, come on, don't do that. And then he had a dominant player with him. Lakers had a championship team. It's not like Lakers ain't supposed to win. They supposed to win the championship last year. So hit the like and subscribe button. Peace.